He is Muhammad al-Baقر, one of the grandsons of Al-Hussein ibn Ali, the grandson of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. He was a child when he had to stop and see with his own eyes a massacre, the victims of which were his grandfather Al-Hussein, along with his companions and all of his family members. I walked among the bereft women to see bodies cruelly mutilated by the Umayyads, the descendants of Umayyah, when they attacked and surrounded them in Karbala. On this land, Muhammad saw the heads of his beloved ones raised on the tops of spears. He saw his aunt Zainab when children and orphans gathered around her, seeking refuge after the enemies had burned their tents and robbed their luggage. He was at that time very thirsty, because the enemies deprived them of water and did not spare even the children. He approached the dead bodies to see his grandfather's body cut into pieces out of malice and grudge. He then turned his face to another side to see the dead bodies of his uncle Al-Abbas, Ali al-Akbar, Al-Qasim his cousin, and a suckling baby whom was slaughtered by a sudden arrow. They all were dead except women and children and his ailing father. As for these, their bitter journey as captives would start very soon. They were taken from one town to another, suffering under the lashes of torment and insults. This child grew up while these massacres never left his eyes. But these misfortunes were turned by him into items of challenge, willpower, patience, and self-control. He was with his companions when he heard a loud voice coming out of his house. Someone came and whispered something in his ear. "Oh, what is the matter?" With full patience and placidity he said, "All praise is due to Allah. He gave and He took. Tell her that I now set her free for Allah's sake. Let no terror or fear creep into her heart." What happened? One of his bondmaids was carrying one of his babies, but he fell down from her hand and passed away. As a reaction, he set that bondmaid free and even treated her so kindly. Sorrows were successively attacking his house until came the day when his father departed life, poisoned to death. Along with his brothers, he came around his father Ali ibn al-Hussein, who stated that the next Imam and direct successor to him would be his son Muhammad. Muhammad was known as al-Baقr, the one who split knowledge. Muhammad undertook the message of his grandfather Al-Hussein, his father, and the message of Allah's messenger, Muhammad. However, in these days, his mission of protecting and defending Allah's religion would not be done through revolution. Rather, it would be done through another type of confrontation entitled The Battle of Sciences, Culture, and Safeguarding Allah's Religion. During the time of Imam Muhammad al-Baghir, fabrications against Islam were widespread. Rulers bought the integrity of preachers and scholars with money, using them as their tools of distorting the religion in the name of religion. They thus dressed themselves the garments of sacredness and integrity, but they served these rulers by connecting falsities and untruths to Islam. They served the Umayyad dynasty, who once they held the reins of authority, created mischief, wrongdoing, corruption, discrimination, and ignorance. Muhammad al-Baghir would do nothing but to lead a front of opposition to these rulers' trickeries and persecution, using science and true guidance as the slogan of the front of defense of Islam. This is the one who split the sciences of the past and recent generations. This is the heir of the Prophet's house. This is the best of Allah's creatures. Here came Muhammad al-Baghir. Despite all the ordeals and the hardships that attacked the partisans of the Prophet's family and the devotees of Allah's Messenger and his family members, to the extent that each one of them would be exposed to murder at any moment, one, he would declare love for the Prophet and his family. Muhammad al-Baghir entered the Prophet's mosque, and all people gathered around him. Each one of them wanted him to solve his problem and answer his questions. There were also scholars debating with him in the most difficult issues, and there were others writing down all his discourses and explanations of Quranic verses. And there were others asking him questions in various fields of knowledge. In the midst of all that, he always succeeded to give convincing replies, and he always won the cultural arguments, thus changing the misled mentalities and the wrong culture that were prevalent amongst people. Every time he won, despite all challenges. Now, after 1,400 years, you can realize that although lies and fabrications were so widespread, the discourses, explanations, clarifications, and sciences of al-Baghir reached all over the world. In a period of less than 19 years, he succeeded to safeguard Allah's religion. His plan was tantamount to preparing preachers and teachers and sending them all over the world to introduce to people the genuine copy of Allah's religion. The Umayyad rulers feared him and his activities, so the ruler ordered him to be brought to Levant. Accompanied by his son, he entered the royal palace. Immediately, insults and forgeries were targeted at both of them. When everyone finished, he started speaking with the truth, so none of them could refute his words. The truth was with him. This is the true religion of Allah, and this person is the true protector of Allah's religion. The ruler sent him to prison so as to avenge himself on him and to silence his voice. Yet, inside the prison, he convinced all prisoners and made them believe in his beliefs and recognize that he was on the right. Therefore, he was released, for rulers anticipated that he would make all people revolt against the Umayyad state. He was then exiled to the holy city of Medina, where the last mission of the tyrants would be executed, i.e., assassinating him. They did it, and the Imam departed life poisoned to death and persecuted. However, they actually could not annihilate his legacy. At the time, once you entered the city of Medina, you would see crowds of thousands of people hurrying to the mosque to hear the sermons and lectures of his son, Ja'far as-Sadiq.